It's currently 10:40 p.m. I've just been in bed the entire day. The only thing that I did is made some tea. I had Maggie for lunch and I started a new drama and it's so boring. So I fell asleep in between and then I woke up. I have an exam and I need to be studying for that. I usually feel very unproductive, especially when I'm at home in my room. I feel so unproductive. The most productive that I feel is when I'm away, when I'm outside, when I have to do something, when I have to go somewhere, and the entire day just goes in there. I come back like at 8 9 p.m. tired and I just lay in bed. That's when I feel the most productive. Recently, I was talking to my friend about how I like it when there's an event and it usually starts after 12 p.m. because the entire day just goes in planning for that day. Like when I have something at 2 o'clock, I feel like that entire day is booked and I don't have to think about anything else because I wake up according to that and I plan my day around it. But that friend said that she hates it when things are planned at the later half of the day. She says that she loves it when things wrap up before 2 p.m. because she feels like she has done so much and she has like so much of the day left. And I feel like I couldn't relate at all. I realized that a lot of people feel that way. It's like the complete opposite for me. I feel like just going through one day feels very accomplishing, and just making one task last the whole day makes me feel very productive. I don't know. I came home last night around 9 because I was at this work thing. I didn't even wash my face. I don't have classes at the moment because I'm having my exams. So I woke up around like 1, I think, and I've just been laying in bed. And then I keep complaining about having bad skin, but the real reason that I have bad skin is because I just don't wash my face. I feel like I consume a lot of content, like a lot. It's so exhausting, but like I just can't stop it. I'm always on my phone, and if I'm not on my phone, then I'm on my iPad. Like literally even now I'm on my iPad. And if I'm not on my iPad, then I'm on my laptop. I'm using Instagram. If I'm not on Instagram, I'm using YouTube Shorts. And if I'm not on YouTube, I'm on Pinterest. And if I'm not there, I'm watching some stupid tarot card reading video. But also, I've realized that as much as I'm on social media, I just don't like interacting with people. Like when I'm on Instagram, I'm never like looking at my DMs. I have like all these reels that my friends send me, and it's just there. Like it's so exhausting to even reply. Again, another conversation that I was having with my one of my friend recently. She wanted me to help her with her college merchandise. She wanted me to help her design it, and I was telling my other friend about this thing, and she said that she loves my aesthetic and she thinks that I really have a way with my style. And honestly, it made me really think about how people around me perceive me, because when I think about myself and when I see myself, I don't think that I'm an aesthetic person. I know what I like, and when I see other people do it, I think that's so cool and I wish I was her. And I know a good aesthetic, but I don't think I have that good aesthetic. Do you get what I mean? So whenever somebody tells me that they like my aesthetic, I feel so performative. If you come see my room, when I see the things I have, it's so random. I don't have like a I like this color, so I'm gonna get stuff in that color. No, I just have everything and it's just there. I don't really organize things. You can see that poster up there. It's a Pulp Fiction poster. I feel so embarrassed. And I like it. I think it's cool, but at the same time I feel like it's so performative. Like every other person has Pulp Fiction poster up in their room. If you search on Pinterest, there's gonna be like at least 1,000 room with that poster on it, and I just feel so performative having that up there. I feel like even fashion, I used to enjoy like dressing up and stuff, but lately I don't know why, I just feel like everything is so performative. Like when I try to recreate an outfit that I saw on Pinterest, it just like cringes me out. Sometimes my whole presence cringes me out, honestly. I've always been an introvert, but I used to love posting stuff on Instagram. Like, I used to love expressing myself through pictures. It just made me realize how I don't really do that anymore. Like, I don't create, I don't do anything. And Instagram is like so embarrassing for some reason. I don't know. I feel like I've just lost this self confidence that I had. But like, whenever I think back to times that I felt confident, it just keeps making me feel like, was that confidence, or like, was I just faking it? And I always think about that, like, and if I was really that confident, then like, where did all that confidence go? When I see old videos of myself where I'm just so freaking interested in everything and so curious about stuff, it kind of cringes me out. I feel like I'm just doing it for the performance. There was a time when I used to journal every freaking day, and I would have so much to feel, so much to say, so much to express. I don't really journal now. Last time I journaled was when I went to my friend's house and we all were journaling. And even at that time, I had such a hard time writing down how I feel. I have like 10 of these videos on my phone of me just speaking. Talking to myself, talking about how I feel is so much easier than writing. It just dies in my gallery. Sometimes I run out of space and then I delete all of it. And it's like 20 minutes long video of me talking about how I feel. When I first started my YouTube channel, I didn't really tell anybody about it. I felt so free and I felt like I could post whatever the fuck I want. I told some people about my channel, and I don't know, that kind of makes me feel it makes me think that they're watching me and how do they perceive me. I always wanted to like create this space for myself where I can just talk my mind. I keep saying that I'm gonna do stuff and I just don't do it. It's not just a phase or anything. I've just been so lazy. I feel like I've kind of lost interest in everything. Every time I think I'm interested in something, I just get done with it so fast. Don't feel like investing my energy on anything. And I don't even mean that in like don't invest your energy on things that doesn't serve you. Not in like that cool way, but I don't feel like investing my energy on anything, and it's so bad. I've grown so lazy. I just have no discipline at all, and it just like really makes me hate myself sometimes. I went to my friend's house last month, and she was telling me that I don't put effort into meeting my friends and that I don't really interact with their posts on Instagram and how I don't comment or something like that. And it made me really think about my friends and all the people that I've known in my life, and I wonder how many people feel like I put so less effort, and I kind of feel so bad. I feel like I used to be this like very anxious person, and I still am. But before, I used to like care a lot, way too much. Like if somebody said something and it hurt me, I'll cry. Very sensitive. I used to always want to be that person who is like, fuck it, I don't care. And I feel like I have become that person, and I honestly hate it. I liked it more when I cared. Now that I don't care, it just makes me feel so empty, kinda. When I cared, I feel like I was so much more productive and had more personality when I cared. It's like I kind of lost myself, and these days I don't know what I want. And when I want something and I get it, I'm never like excited. I'm just like, okay, I got it. And that's it. I feel like I've just like stopped putting effort and stuff. And you know what's the funniest thing? I notice people's effort so much. When people's effort changes, I'm always the first to like notice the change in somebody's tone, somebody's behavior in all the relationships that I've been in. Even now, like when my boyfriend forgets something that he used to do, and I'm like always the first one to call out, but at the same time I don't do that to myself. And I feel like all the fights that we've had where I'm calling him out on the things that he don't do, I wonder how many times I'm the one who doesn't put in the effort. I wonder how many times I'm the person who is not doing anything, who is not the person that I was before, and I've changed, but like in all the wrong ways. And most of the times he doesn't even call me out on it. And how I said I don't have discipline, so even now that I'm like calling myself out here that I don't do shit, I'm not gonna change. And I feel so bad saying that, because like, why am I not gonna change when I know I'm doing something wrong? But it's just that it's just so hard. I know what I should do, I'm just not doing it, and I don't know what to do about it. I was watching this video of this girl who was showing her night routine after college, and she did so much. It was so nice to watch. Like, I love watching people's what I do in a day, or like morning routine, night routine, because I don't have one. When I come back from college, I'm so freaking drained that I don't even have the energy to like wash my face. But like when I have a work in like workplace, when I'm told to do a task, I always like try to do it on time and give it on time, because disappointing others like literally stresses me out. And suppose if I have to submit it tomorrow and if I haven't done it, I will like stay up all night to do it. But when it comes to myself, I just don't do it. And I wish I cared enough for myself, like how I would care about somebody. My mom used to always call me out. She used to always say that you're so lazy. And it used to piss me off so much when I was a child. Like she would always say, Artika, you're so lazy. You're so lazy. How are you gonna live alone? How are you gonna live by yourself? You're so lazy. And it used to piss me off so much. And there's been times when I've like fought with her just because she said I'm lazy. But now I just agree with her, honestly. It just feels like I'm surrendering to her and I'm just like proving her right that yeah, I'm lazy. And I know you're probably thinking that okay, if you know you're lazy, like just get your ass up. I don't want to. I think that's the whole point. I don't want to. I Have you watched that documentary of that girl who was sitting in her couch for like how many days, and she just, her and the couch just became one? Like her skin started dissolving in the couch. Do you know that case? Let me search it up. Okay, I found it. So, this is the case of Lacey Fletcher, a disabled woman whose body was found melted and fused into a couch in her parents' home. I read about this like 3 4 years ago. It happened like in 12 years. She just sat in that couch for 12 years. When they found her, like her whole body was melted into the couch, and her skin, like the part of the body where she was sitting, like I think her bones was all out or something. Every once in a while I keep thinking about this case. I don't know why. I don't know how that is related to all the stuff that I was saying, because she was not lazy, she was disabled, and that's completely a different thing. I can move, I'm just lazy. Isn't it crazy that it took like 12 years for her to like melt in the couch? That's a long time. 12 years. You know what? When I think about 6 years ago me, whenever I think about myself, uh, I feel like I'm thinking about a whole different person. And this realization always comes to me like so many times in a day, because every time I'm using my Spotify, before I used to have like 7 8 playlists of songs that I so perfectly curated and put them in all these different feelings. Oh, if I feel like this, I should listen to this playlist. I used to be that person, and the person that I've become now, all the songs that I like are just in one playlist. You know that playlist with the like songs? And like I don't think that my old self was better, because oh my god, I hated myself even at that time. There was so many things that I wanted to change about her, and it's not like I've grown into a person I love now, because I don't know if I feel that way. It's just that when I think of my old self, like I don't recognize her. I don't know how she could have been like that. Is that how parents feel when they look at their child who are so different from them? They look at their child and be like, you came out of me, but how are you so different? And why are you not like me? I kind of want to post one of these videos on my YouTube, because I keep deleting them, and it kind of makes me feel bad when I delete them. So maybe I should just post it. Like, who is even watching? I recently followed this girl on Instagram, and she forages things. She lives in a tiny hut. I don't know if it's tiny. I don't think it's tiny. There's so many forests, and she just goes and forages fruits and vegetables and all that stuff. And it's so cool. But it made me think about how privileged she must be to be living like that, because I don't think a poor person can do that. And she wears like this very cute outfits. Sometimes I feel like if I get stuff, like if I invest on my hobbies, then I will like get out of my this rut. and then I invest on my hobby. How I got my sewing machine. I haven't touched my sewing machine in like a month. And it's not like I don't love sewing anymore. I love it, and I watch so many videos on how to sew, and I just don't do it. I've been watching a lot of videos on crochet. I don't think I should invest on that. Do you follow old friends on social media? Like, do you see very old friends and you see that they have grown up to be this really beautiful person with all this cool stuff going on in their life, and they're so cool than you remembered them to be? I follow a lot of friends. I follow people that I knew when I was 10 from my schools and stuff. And every time I see them, every time I see a new post from them, they're so cool. And I'm just so happy for them. And I wonder what they think about me sometimes. Not in a oh my god, I hope they think I'm cool. Not like stress me out. But sometimes I think if they see me right now, the way I am, I wonder if they would be disappointed in me. Not that I care. Not that that's gonna change anything. Like, every time I meet friends that I haven't met in a while, my school friends, my old friends, oh my god, it makes me think that I wonder if they think that, oh my god, she used to be like so much better before. She just like downgraded or something. Like, oh my god, she lost her spark. Not that I had much of a spark before, but you know what I mean? Like, instead of going uphill, I wonder if they see me and they feel like, oh. I recently met my old roommate in Metro. When we were living together, they were still in college. They're much older than me. But now they're working. I thought it was really cool. They were returning from their jobs. We just catched up for a while. I was like, oh my god, so nice to see you. I wonder if they look at me and thought, what the heck? She looks miserable or something like that. I feel like that's one of my, I won't say my biggest fear, but I fear meeting people that I know in the metro. I hate meeting people unplanned. It stresses me out. That's one of the reasons I want to move away, like very far away, where I don't run into people in the street or anywhere. Oh my god. This video is me having a breakdown in a very low key, I'm losing my mind, very nonchalant. God, give me back my nonchalantness. It's a curse to care too much, and it's a curse not to care at all. But my legs are cold as fuck, but I'm sweating. My feet are like literally sweating, but it's so cold. I really want to start reading a book, but I have my exams and I need to be studying. I love having excuses. So like how I just said I have exams. So when I'm not having exams, I always have an excuse to not read a book that I want to read. I'm so freaking good at making up excuses. Oh my god, so self-aware, self-awareness queen. I always catch myself like in something like this. I am literally running out of storage. This is like 1 hour of footage. You know what? When I was in college, like when I first went to college, it used to be so hard for me to hold conversation with people. So there was this one guy who was like, "Hey, do you watch anime?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." But like in my defense, I do watch anime, but I'm not like anime crazy, okay? I have a friend who watches anime and he would suggest me this cool stuff and I will watch it because he suggests me. I will never find an anime on my own and watch it. Like, I was not cool like that. But since I did watch some, I just told this guy that I did. And he was like, "Oh, that's so cool." And then he will just ask me randomly about anime stuff. And I will always be like, "Oh, I haven't watched that actually. Oh, I haven't watched it." So every time we meet, I would feel so pressured. But I was never the one to bring up the anime thing. He was always the one to bring up that anime thing. And one time, this guy told me that, "Artika, we don't always have to talk about anime. Like, you don't have to feel the pressure to talk about it every time." And I was like, "Bitch, you're the one who's always bringing it up and you're the one who stresses me out." So like, yeah, he just made me feel like this performative person who just lies about doing stuff. And at that time, when he called me out like that, I was just like, "Oh, okay." Like, I didn't had it in me to like explain this whole thing to him that, hey, Like, what the fuck am I even supposed to explain? And after some time, we went into different groups and we kind of stopped talking to each other. Every time I see him, I would remember that thing, that incident where he called me out, and I would always feel like, oh my god, this guy thinks that I am that person. And I used to follow him on Instagram. We don't follow each other anymore, but I always think that he perceived me as this very fake person. I never had the chance to like change the way he thought of me. Not that it matters, but I wonder if you ever told somebody about this and said like, oh my god, I think I'm so fake. Not that it matters, not that we do have mutuals, but not that I'm close to anybody.